Welcome to this explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today, because we're going straight for the big one, the ultimate destination for so many of us. We are going to completely demystify the exact mathematical path to building a 1 crore portfolio. So let's just dive right in. If you're looking for a clear, no-nonsense strategy to build serious wealth, you are in the perfect place. We're going to break down the historical data, the actual mechanics of compounding, and the literal step-by-step calculations to map out your financial future.
1 crore. Wow. Just think about that number for a second. For the longest time, society has treated this massive 8-figure milestone as, well, something reserved exclusively for the ultra-rich or maybe the incredibly lucky. But I'm here to tell you that hitting this number is absolutely not about luck. Honestly, it's just a mathematical certainty, if you follow the right blueprint. It's really all about consistent action over time. Now, this brings up a massive question. It's actually one of the biggest myths in personal finance. Can small monthly savings actually get you there? Like, can just 5,000 rupees a month really turn into a crore? I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Most people think, hey, if I'm not investing huge chunks of my salary, why even bother? Well, stick with me here, because I'm going to reveal a mathematical magic trick that proves exactly why small, systematic investments are literally the ultimate wealth builders. Section 1. The math of compounding. Let's look at how money actually grows over time. To really understand how 5,000 rupees transforms into a total fortune, we first need to look under the hood at the engine driving this whole thing. The magic number here is 12%. And you might be wondering, where on earth does that come from? Well, historically, over the last 2 decades, major Indian market benchmarks, like the Nifty 50 and the BSE Sensex, have delivered a compound annual growth rate, or CAGR, hovering right around 11 to 13%. So a 12% return, that's a highly realistic baseline for long-term, diversified equity mutual funds. Basically, this is the speed limit we'll be using for our wealth-building journey today. And here is exactly how we capture that 12%. When you invest through an SIP, a systematic investment plan, you aren't desperately trying to time the market. Nope. You're simply spreading your contributions out month by month across all sorts of market cycles. When the market dips, guess what? Your 5,000 rupees buys you more units. When it goes up, the units you already own grow in value. This gradual, steady entry completely smooths out that crazy short-term volatility, letting your portfolio steadily compound without you having to stress out over daily news headlines. Think of this compounding journey like a giant progress bar slowly filling up. You start seeing this famous exponential hockey stick curve. In the first 10 years, your 5,000 rupees a month grows to about 11.5 lakhs. Okay, honestly, that feels a bit slow, but just wait. By year 20, it balloons to nearly 49.5 lakhs. And by year 30, no way. It literally explodes to 1.75 crores. See how the back end just aggressively shoots upward? That happens because in those later decades, you aren't just earning returns on your original cash anymore. Your previously earned gains are now generating their own massive gains. It's incredible. So, the absolute most crucial element here is time. Just look at this stark comparison between 2 different investors, both putting in the exact same 5,000 rupees a month. Our early bird starts at age 25, invests for 35 years, and ends up with a staggering 2.24 crores. But the late starter, they wait just 10 years, starting at age 35, and finish with about 94.8 lakhs. Seriously, by getting started just a decade earlier, the early bird walks away with 2.4 times more wealth. That is the raw, undeniable power of giving your money a longer runway.
Which perfectly brings us to the ultimate golden rule of investing. Time in the market matters way more than timing the market. Listen, every single time you interrupt this compounding process by pulling money out early, you absolutely kill the momentum. The data is super clear on this. Withdrawing just 1 lakh in year 10 can end up costing you nearly 6.7 lakhs by year 20. So just let your money grow undisturbed. Trust the process.
Moving right along to Section 2, supercharging your SIPs with the step-up strategy. Okay, I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. I do not want to wait 30 years to hit 1 crore. And hey, I hear you. So, what if I told you there's a life hack for this? A super simple mechanical tweak you can make to dramatically chop down that waiting time. Enter your brand new best friend, the Step-Up SIP. The concept is beautifully simple, but the results absolutely mind-blowing. Instead of keeping your SIP flat at 5,000 rupees forever, you just bump it up by 10% every single year. It mirrors your annual salary appraisals.
As your income goes up, your wealth building engine automatically shifts into a higher gear.
Let's see how this plays out in real life. In year one, both the regular SIP and the step-up SIP are exactly the same, just 5,000 rupees a month. But in year two, the step-up increases to 5,500. A tiny bump, right? Barely noticeable. But fast forward to year 10, and your monthly step-up is now around 11,790 rupees. Because you are incrementally adding to the principal as your career advances, the total amount of heavy lifting capital you've got working for you becomes absolutely massive by year 20. And here is the grand reveal. By year 20, that flat 5,000 rupee SIP we talked about earlier is sitting at a very respectable 49.96 lakhs. Pretty good. But the 10% step-up SIP, it crosses the finish line at a whopping 1.16 crores in just 20 years. Simply by bumping your contribution 10% a year, you generate an extra 66 lakhs in wealth, and you literally eliminate an entire decade of waiting time. Section 3. Inflation, the hidden enemy. Now, as pumped as I am about all these numbers, it is my job to give you the complete, totally realistic picture. To do that, we have to introduce the main villain of our financial story. It's a macroeconomic reality that quietly, secretly eats away at our progress. Pay very close attention to this number, 31,118,000. If you are aiming for 1 crore 20 years from now and we factor in an average inflation rate of 6%, well, that 1 crore will only have the purchasing power of about 31.18 lakhs today. Inflation silently decays the value of your money. Basically, a crore just isn't going to buy in 2046 what it buys today. This is the critical difference between nominal value, the big shiny number you see on your bank screen, and real value, which is what your money can actually buy in the real world. Static, flat investments slowly lose their punch against this hidden enemy. And honestly, this is exactly why the step-up SIP strategy we just learned isn't just a speed accelerator, it's a vital shield against inflation. You absolutely must increase your investments over time to protect your future purchasing power. Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, your action plan. Let's map out a step-by-step strategy. Okay, we've looked at the benchmarks, we've traced that amazing compounding curve, unlocked the step-up accelerator, and stared down inflation. Now let's bring all of this math together into a super clear, unified action plan. Based on the data, here are your non-negotiable rules of the game. Number 1, start early, like right now. Time is literally your greatest multiplier. Number 2, automate a 10% step-up SIP to slash your timeline and crush inflation. Number 3, never ever stop your SIPs during market dips, because that's when you're buying the cheapest units. And number 4, let the compounding do its thing undisturbed. Do not withdraw early. Remember, it's your discipline, not a massive starting salary, that actually builds lasting wealth. And the best part? You're definitely not alone in figuring this out. The Indian mutual fund industry has completely exploded, going from around 12.75 lakh crores back in 2015 to nearly 82 lakh crores recently. And that is heavily driven by everyday retail investors utilizing automated SIPs. Why? Well, because systematizing your investments totally bypasses human emotion. It stops you from second-guessing and trying to time the market, automatically locking in your savings before your spending habits can even touch that capital. I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to chew on today. We've proven the math, right? We've seen that you don't need a huge trust fund to become a crorepati. You really just need to be super consistent. So if a simple 5,000 rupees today, stepped up over time, can literally buy your financial freedom tomorrow, what is the true cost of waiting another year to start? Every single day you wait, the magic of compounding is passing you by. So take control of your timeline, use this blueprint, and take action. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy investing.